Hello and welcome everyone back to the HOTMIKE morning show on this bright Monday morning. It is Monday, December the 31st, which means tomorrow is New Year's Day. So I want to wish you, first of all, a happy Monday. Second of all, a happy New Year's. And our video today is going to be a little bit of an unorthodox thing. You may or may not have ever thought about this before, ever seen this before, but that's why I'm doing it. So I was talking to some friends the other day, a couple weeks ago now, and we were talking about complementary alternative medicine, things like sort of like acupuncture and like witch doctors and healers and stuff like that, and we came on to this topic of stuff that older Ukrainian women, old babas, would do back in the old country and here in Alberta too, yet back in the day. And it's this thing called wax reading. And I've been reading a lot about wax reading lately. And you know, it's coming up on New Year's here, so in honor of our New Year's resolution January, I suppose, we'll go and we'll take a look at first just to see maybe what our New Year's has in store for us. So wax reading has typically been used, at least like I was saying, in the old country. I remember someone telling me a story of, you know, they would have a bad dream or something, and their mom or their baba would go and they'd do this wax reading. So basically you put water in a bowl and you pour wax into this water, you hold it over top of the person's head, and it sort of takes the shape, or it takes a form, and then you can read this wax and maybe find out what's ailing the person, or maybe take out some of that negative energy. And there's a little bit of a witchcraft element to this as well, but we're not doing witchcraft on the HOTMIKE morning show. Don't do witchcraft. Don't mess with that voodoo. Don't mess with that hoodoo. None of that shit. Purely for the reasons of science, we're going to do a wax reading here today. But also maybe to see, can we read the wax? Will we be able to find out what's going to happen in this new year for me specifically, and maybe for yourself? Maybe you'll see something different in the wax yourself. So I'm going to go over with this, and I'm going to teach you how to do it as well as I do this. So first we'll go over, before I change camera angles here and go into my wax reading view, we're going to go over the materials that you're going to need for this. So I have here a glass bowl. It's going to help with, of course we're going to put water in this glass bowl, and it's clear, that way we can see it a little bit better. Might look a little more interesting, a little cooler that way. But to fill that bowl, you'll need water. And I've heard different differing opinions on this. Most of the witchcraft stuff says you could just use regular old water. The ones that I've seen, like from the old country, say that you need holy water. So I have so much old holy water bottles that can no longer be used like to drink or anything like that, or like I suppose I could use it on my plants as well if I really wanted to. But I'm like, yeah, why not? I accumulate bottles of holy water because every year we bless the holy water at church, and just never end up using all of it. So I've got quite a few bottles of holy water here. We will be putting that in, and that's what we'll be then floating the wax in. I've already got a candle burning here to try and get some wax going. I don't know, it might take a little while. There might be quite a bit of a time jump in between now and when I'm actually doing pouring the wax in, because this candle is not burning whatsoever. And don't forget to have one of these to light up your candle. Definitely be safe, though. Remember, you're playing with fire. Kids, ask your parents about playing with fire before you play with fire in the house. Okay, so I'm gonna switch the camera angle now, and I'll be back right away. Okay, so quite obviously now we've changed our camera angle. We have our bowl here, our nice glass bowl filled with water. That is our holy water there. There's holy water in the bowl. The candle is burned down long enough that we've got a good amount of wax there. And finally, before we actually pour the wax in, we have to sort of make known or speak our intentions, figure out what we want to ascertain from our wax reading here today. What are we trying to do? Are we trying to put our mind at ease? Or in this case, since it's December the 31st, we are going to try and figure out what the new year has in store for us, what good things will happen. So with our wax reading today, our intent is that we will gain a glimpse, so to speak, into our fortunes for the next year. So we'll do our wibbly wobbly, timey wimey over the water here, and we'll pour our wax in. And my candle is now blown out. Make sure to blow out the candle afterwards, and we'll give it a moment here to sort of sit and accumulate and cool down in the bowl. Quite the interesting shape that I'm noticing right off the bat here. I don't know if it's the type of candle that I use that sort of determined the way that this wax formation is sort of formed here, but yeah, I don't know. If you're getting a good angle on this, you might be able to sort of sort of tell me what I'm seeing too, or sort of say what you're seeing in the wax. And I'll take a moment here and just sort of observe a little bit. In the top corner here, sort of around this part, you can sort of see, I see a maple leaf from my angle, but that's very interesting there. Actually, a lot of these formations have sort of taken on leaf shapes, and leaves, who knows, could be sort of symbolic for fall. I think fall because the wax is red, but it could also be, you know, growth, new life. You know, a leaf is a symbol for a tree, for new growth, and the buds, right? The budding leaves in springtime. So perhaps for January, for the new year, we could be expecting some form of new growth. Maybe growth of the channel, growth of subscribers, growth of view count and such. But so there's a lot of leaf formations here. The wax sort of continues to move around. There's this big formation in the middle. I can't really make anything out of that. It's, I don't know, a little bit of this is just really weird, but some of this is pretty cool. I'm gonna maybe pull out the wax here, and we can look at it a little farther. Oh my god! Well, we broke my cool wax thing, but yeah, I don't know. It sort of formed into this. I don't know if you could see that, but it sort of formed into this. There we go. We'll wait for the camera to focus. Maybe focus. It sort of formed into like this. I don't know, like building sort of shape, like flaky shape almost. That is so weird. I don't know. I honestly don't see much anything in this wax. The leaf thing is kind of cool though. I don't know. Maybe if you're more practiced in wax reading, you might be able to tell me a little bit more. But I don't know. As far as this wax sort of formed, I don't know. I wish you could see. We'll see if we could get the camera to focus. Look, you can see sort of the way that it sort of like folded in on itself, almost like a pastry or something. Honestly, looks like some of this looks like some pieces of intestine, maybe. maybe some bowel related stuff happening in the new year. I don't know. Yeah, I get the feeling though. Definitely, I saw before I went and tried to pick it up and broke it all. I definitely saw like some leaf formations in there. Like the formation, it looked like some maple leaves or just some leaves in general. Even still here, you see a little bit of a leaf pattern going in it. If you're looking at it from my angle, it's a lot cooler. I'll try and zoom in post-production here and get a good image of it. But it looks like it's got the stem going through the leaf and everything, and traveling to the end of the little parts of the leaf there. Other than that, it all just seems pretty much like a bit of wax. I don't know. I'll have to. Maybe I'll read some more books on this stuff and see what any of this means. Maybe I've used a little too much wax, potentially. Who knows? So, well, I expected that to be a little bit more interesting. I guess it still yielded some interesting results there. Like maybe it's sort of obviously it's what you make of it, right? It's what you interpret. It's what gives meaning to you. So, I saw the formations of leaves and that sort of thing, and to me that meant spring and beginning and newness and growth and life. So that's ultimately, I think that's the, like I said, your interpretation is what it is, right? It's all about what you think it is, it's what you have seen, and I take that to be a positive message, Like, the channel's gonna grow, I'm gonna have a good year, a year of growth, a growth year of life, a year of happiness. So, ultimately, I'd call that a success. My first success into the world of wax reading, of course, and I don't know. So it's all just a bunch of mumbo jumbo, anyways. But remember, we didn't use hoodoo, we didn't use voodoo. There's no witchcraft involved. It was literally just us pouring wax into water here, like they did in the old country. And we got a decent result. We got a cool wax formation anyway, so I'm not going to complain, right? I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for sticking with the video all the way until the end here, as per usual. Happy Monday to you. Enjoy the rest of your week, and look out for a new episode of Friday Fright Night on Friday. Oh yeah. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Happy Monday, everyone.